Hey guys, so I couldn't resist because a few of my items came in. The diatomaceous earth and some of the butterfly pea powder, which is going to be the base for my blue. I'm going to have to add some diatomaceous earth to it, I think, to make it actually the blue that it needs to be. And of course, my beautiful activated charcoal powder. And I'm really excited because I started playing around with some of this stuff and I actually think it's going to work. I honestly wasn't 100% certain if this was going to be a thing that I was actually going to be able to pull off or if I was going to look like a complete crazy person trying it. But I have got some flaxseed oil. I bought the organic flaxseed oil, and this is effectively the same thing as linseed oil. Now, when you see somebody using linseed oil with their oil paintings nowadays, it's double boiled, and that's because the double boil actually makes it dry easier. And so what I'm using is actually going to take a lot longer to dry, but I'm not real worried about it because I got plenty of closet space, so I can let it sit for a few days. And I'm just going to put a little bit in a bottle so that I can kind of show you guys what I'm doing. I've put it in a dropper bottle so that I can more easily make the actual paste, I guess, that is the paint. And the only drawback that I'm seeing right now is that the white that is coming from the diatomaceous earth is a little bit yellowed because of the yellow from the oil, but I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal once it actually gets on the on the canvas. As you can see, earlier today I was testing a little bit of it, so I'm gonna try to make some real fast and show you guys about what I'm doing. And yeah, because I'm really excited. I think this is gonna actually work. So again, for my white, the titanium white, it's totally not gonna be that bright, but for the white, I'm using the diatomaceous earth. And I'm at a little bit of a disadvantage here because I am not one to use oil painting much. Not that I'm much of a painter anyway. My mom is really the artist in the family, but I'm not one to use oils when I do paint. I tend to use watercolors. So the other day I was messing with it and Mom told me, because this stuff came in yesterday. So Mom was telling me that I was probably using too much in the way of oil and making it too runny. So I'm going to try it again live on screen. Now, diatomaceous earth, as you can see, I've got some right here. You really don't want to breathe a lot of this in. So if you decide to play around with this yourself and piddle with the idea of making natural stuff, if you're going to make a big batch, then you want to use some sort of face mask. But since I was scooping it out so far away from my face, I'm not too worried about it. But yeah, so that's a little diatomaceous earth. And then again, I'm using flaxseed oil, which is effectively the same thing as linseed oil, to kind of make the base. You can also use, there's like an essence of lavender oil that you can use. And there's also a walnut oil. And my mom apparently likes to use walnut oil, she's been telling me. So I'm just dropping just a little bit on there, and I'm going to mix it in because it can quickly get too runny. Mom says that the best oils she uses anyway tend to be about the consistency of toothpaste, like gel toothpaste. So I'm trying to kind of not add so much in that it gets too runny. And I'm actually thinking, for instance, when I'm using the blue, which I'm going to use butterfly pea powder for, when I was trying this earlier, it actually was a little too dark. So I think I may cut it, sound like a drug dealer, but I may cut it with a little diatomaceous earth to kind of lighten it up a little bit. So anyway, so essentially that's all you do is you just drop a little bit of the oil in there, mix it up, and then drop a little more, mix it up. And you eventually get kind of a little paste. And I seriously thought this was going to be a lot harder. Like I thought, oh, this is going to be like some crazy experiment. And it's going to end up being this disaster of an art project. And the disaster, as you guys are going to find out, is going to be me trying to paint. That's where the real, that's where the rubber's going to meet the road on this. But yeah, so anything like this that's got a little bit of a powder to it is going to be, you're not necessarily going to want to have a bunch of it like in your face. So just kind of be aware, like if you're using activated charcoal or diatomaceous earth to play around with this yourself, you're probably going to want to kind of be more careful about not having it in your face. Okay, so I've got enough here that I'm going to paint it on the canvas. I think I left my brush in the other room. Hang on. As you can see, I was not prepared. I was just so excited. I was like, I'm going to go live and do this live. Okay, so I'm just going to use this corner of the canvas and take some of this. As you can see, ooh, there's still a little powder in there. But as you can see, like I said, it's not pure white. Well, it looks a lot more white on camera. That's not pure white. As you can see, based on my off-white walls, it's kind of the color of my off-white walls. As a matter of fact, if I ever had to patch up a hole, that might actually work. But once I put it on the canvas, it's actually enough to where you can't see through it. It's actually opaque. Now, this is a little bit too, this is a little too crusty. It needs to be a little bit better as far as like texture-wise. Mom said it needs to be like gel toothpaste. So I probably need to do a little bit more in the way of like mixing it. But as you can see, it's actually gonna work. I'm super excited. And so the rest of the colors are supposed to be here Thursday. If you haven't already subscribed on the YouTube channel, then I encourage you to do so, because I'm probably going to do a lot of the lives and the behind the scenes stuff on the YouTube channel. But yes, I'm really excited because that's a definite like white type color. Yes, I'm so excited. So, and this was the big question, is this, because the picture that I've chosen is done on a black canvas like this. And so the question became whether or not these natural pigments would be thick enough to actually put on a black canvas. And the answer is yes. So either Thursday or Friday, I'm going to do a mixing of the paints where I'm going to kind of use this canvas to try to see if I can get the colors correct on the canvas. And then from there, we'll do the full Bob Ross gig. Thanks, guys. Yay, Heather! I'm glad you're on here. Lucinda, I think I see you on here too. Like, y'all, I'm so excited about this. Like, this is like, I feel ridiculous. Again, I'm not dressed to be on here. I don't care. I'm so excited about this. So I hope you guys are able to watch. And if you like it well enough, I'll probably do another one, because I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And you just promise me that like you'll be nice when you're roasting me about my artistic skills. So anyway, until we have a chance to happy little trees, everybody be safe, love, peace. I'll see you guys soon.